Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well out there. Here I've got my hands full. I'm about a month into building out a new 6x10 cargo trailer that I just bought. So 4 weeks ago I began the process of building out that cargo trailer and turning it into a camper slash micro home. Since then I've compiled quite a bit of video, but unfortunately I lost one of my cameras about a week into the process. So this first video is put together with a smattering of footage from one camera. All I can say is I did my best to give you a decent idea of what I accomplished that first week. I managed to pull the walls, insulate all of the walls and most of the ceiling, and get the walls back on. I also include some footage of filling some rather big holes left by the tie down anchors, usually for ATVs and that sort of thing, which I won't be needing in the future. Anyway, for better or worse, here's the video. Okay, first things first, I want to pull the walls today, and I want to get started on insulating the trailer. And my experience last time was pretty much had to tear it up just to take it off. This I'll just end up discarding, unfortunately, and I won't be able to use, but let's see what happens. I think that's how it's gonna go. The Luan just rips out around the staples, so I'll have to pull all these little staples out. So now that I have all of the trim removed and all the staples out of the plywood, I'm going to start removing the plywood, and so I can start insulating these walls. A lot of the framing was not painted, kind of bare, and I found a few rust spots on it. So I sanded all this and was able to get a good one coat on this half of the trailer. And then I'm also going to go ahead and just caulk all of these, the wall to the frame there. What this means is my hinge on the outside of the door will be completely loose for a while. This is a problem that comes with this kind of hinged door. If it has an RV door on it with kind of a piano hinge up and down the side, you don't have to deal with this. So I will have to add an RV door handle and lock and deal with this extra problem here. They say you're supposed to do this on a non-porous surface, but I found cardboard works just fine. You get your hardener in there, wait 2 minutes, and then fill your hole with it. You have about 3 minutes to work this stuff. This is just my first go. I'll put a second coat on to fill it more evenly. So I'm fine with that for now. Okay, day 3. First things first. After prepping the walls, sanding any rust I saw or flakiness on this paint, and painting it with Rust-Oleum. After that, I decided to go ahead and caulk all of the cracks between the frame and the sheathing here on the wall. This piece here, I wanted 12 inches wide. This is how much I measured it for. This was a seam, the pre-made seam, and I accidentally broke it in the wrong spot last time. I found another shortcut, like this will be 2 pieces, and it'll be very easy to get in there. I've already found that the gap on the top above one of the screws that comes in through the body to hold the trim on is 1 3/4 inches. So a V-shaped arrow right on the money, perfect measurement, 1 3/4. I found I don't even have to bother with a pen. I can leave marks with my knife just as well. Just line it up. This one was a little more difficult because it was already broken. But here is my top piece. I try to keep these exactly how I broke them. See, and here's that screw. Basically, I'm going to line this one up with that screw and cut it there. There's my cut to get around the screw. So once you get it around one of these screws, you will be able to shove it up there, you know. Now I'm just going to shove this piece up onto those screws coming through for the body. It pretty much holds it in place. The next thing I'm going to do is it drops away from the floor about 3/4 inch down into this depression. So here I have these 2 pieces on the bottom. Be able to slip that one in behind this, the edge of this beam. So I have those 2 pieces on the bottom, and now I have 2 separate pieces to fill this 12-inch gap. So there we go, slip it in behind that piece. We'll see how well this fits. There's not the greatest workmanship on these cargo trailers. I always find something.